go a different direction anyway. So.
That's true. So we're live now, right in the middle of talking. I still have multiple screens up. So I'm waiting to see here. Like
I'm seeing it on Twitter.
All right, so we're on Twitter, so that's good. I gotta see. Are we live on Twitch yet? We're not live on Twitch yet.
We are on Facebook.
We are on Facebook. Good. Are we on YouTube yet? Let's see here. And we are on YouTube, which this is gonna blast in my ears. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing here. So I can't do that. That's not gonna work well. Because I'm actually okay. Hold on a second. Sorry, Dave. Well, because I'm.
I hope you're just talking to yourself, because I have no idea what buttons you're. We're in lost and you just keep pushing the button to keep us alive.
So I have YouTube over here on the screen, but it's like it's technically the second screen in my Mac here.
Okay.
So when I started hearing us talk on that video, but I couldn't, like, it wouldn't scroll. Anyway, it doesn't matter. 11 people are wasting their time watching or whatever right now. So hey, what's up, Adam? Adam, good to see you. Megan, both Adam and Megan are on.
Awesome.
They're both on Facebook with us here. So, all right, what do we got going on here, Dave? I've got what are you drinking on today? Whatever. It's not night. It's whatever.
You know, I just got offline and I was gonna go make myself
literally just finished a webinar. Literally.
Yeah. I would love to tell you that I don't just have a cooler next to me as I do these things, but I do. True story. So, you know, I was going to go make something fancy, but I didn't have time. I didn't know what was going to happen. So I'm actually, after this, I'm having virtual drinks with some people from the EduMatch crew.
Nice.
And hopefully I'll be able to go make something a little bit fancier for that one. We'll see. All you get today is Blue Moon for me. So,
hey, Blue Moon is fancy enough for me. I'm going with my typical, or for us, it's just a different glass today, but it's still just my Knob Creek bourbon with little buys.
Don't fix what ain't broke, man.
It's good for me. Hey, if you're on Twitter, say hello. Let us know what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Give us some hearts. Hit that heart button. I want to see some of those hearts coming through. If you're on Facebook, give us a like or some sort of reaction. You can give us a sad face, whatever. That's fine. Hi, Becky. Hi, Marna. Good to see you. She was in it. She went from a Zoom with you to boom this again.
Your kids don't need to eat. They're fine.
They don't need to eat. They can wait. They'd be fine. They'll be fine.
Throw some bread on the counter. They're good. You've got cocktails to drink and conversations to have. So.
All right, I'm checking. We are officially on Twitch as well. So if you're on Twitch, we're kind of exploring with Twitch. That's a little newer. So give us a comment. Let us know what's going on over on Twitch.
So what do you do on Twitch? Is there a like button? I mean, how does that work?
You can do I don't know.
Okay, do the thing. If you're on Twitch, do the thing. If you're there, you know what you're doing. So you
can message in the chat. And you can like it. So I can, you can like it. Liking's fine. You can do. There's a chat there. I don't know. So if you're on Twitch, I don't know what you do, if you can share it out or whatever. But that'd be awesome.
Is it appropriate for me to like my own thing? That's a question.
Dude, I'm giving us hearts like crazy on Twitter now.
Okay.
Like, I'm looking at some other people watching, like seeing if anybody else is going to jump up and hook us up with some likes over there, and all this. So. Becky, how do I get this happy hour gig? Becky, you want to get in right now?
That's how you do it right there.
Becky, what you did is how you do it.
Yep. The way it happened with us is I said, man, I need a drink. And Jeff said, me too. Let's do it.
Well, I got a direct line, Becky, I got a direct line to you. So Becky, it's coming in a ping. If you want to get in, you can get in right now. You have to get a drink first. We don't do this without, and it doesn't have to be alcoholic. It can just be a water. I don't care. Something's got to be in your hand of some sort. So we got that going on. So, all right, we got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. We just don't know what it is because we haven't talked about it or planned it yet. So you just got done with a webinar.
Yeah.
You were rocking it. Holly, check your Facebook messages. We said earlier, I can't remember what drop it was, and you guys were like back and forth.
We're besties. Holly and I are like
besties,
everywhere.
And I'm like, Holly, you getting in this thing? And I don't know. Maybe she replied back, and I didn't pay attention. But if that's the case, Holly, I take it all back. But is she in there? I just saw the Emma too. Oh no, I got you, Holly. It's coming right now. Check Facebook. All right, so we're gonna get Holly in here, and we'll see who gets here faster, Holly or Becky. So we'll see what's going on there. Hi, Megan. So you just got off a webinar. So it's kind of crazy. I went off. So I was just like doing a monitoring piece. Chad ran it and stuff, but it was our first like full day long workshop training with a client of ours. It was awesome. We had like 40 something, almost 50 educators from Kansas in on this workshop all day long. So 6 hours. Now we gave them breaks. They were able to walk away. We did breakout rooms, all that stuff. So I got that going on. I'm like monitoring that, but I'm also trying to do some work, talking with the team. So I have like multiple screens set up, which by the way, right now is really cool. So I have like the live view here, but then I'm seeing it here on these other screens and it's slightly delayed. So I'm like, anyway.
It's like you're at mission control right now.
I really am. And then toward the end of that though, I have all this going on. So I have a second screen over here that had the webinar going. I'm monitoring that. I have my iPad set up with our internal communication and project management tool. Then I'm working on my Mac here. And then when your webinar started, I brought you up on the phone. So I actually had 4 different sizes and going and stuff. But so you did an SBG webinar, which was I had to jump. I jumped in and out a lot, but it was great. A lot of activity, a lot of participation going on in there with comments and stuff like that. That was super fun. So how did you feel? That this was the last of the series, yes?
Well, it's sort of, yeah.
Sort of.
We shall see. Yeah. So this is the 6th one I've done like this for the summer. Yeah. Okay. This has been the same webinar now. I've done 6 different times with just 6 different audiences.
So it's the same webinar each time?
This is.
Gotcha.
I was doing a different webinar that we just finished up this past Sunday about becoming a virtual
Holly and Becky, I see you. We're going to get you in a second, I promise.
This one, though, it's just been pretty cool. Right now, we've got a lot of people that are exploring the idea of essential learning, essential standards, and all of that. So figured I'd try to support them any way we could. So it's been cool. And I've got a 7th one now I got to do now. So go ahead. Sorry.
No, it was good. I was digging it. It was fun. You were super cool and gave us a shout out at the end, but it was still awesome before that. Joe, were you in on the webinar? That's awesome.
Joe was in.
Has he been in
the time before? Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Awesome. Holly's opening a drink right now, so she comes in. Becky's gonna drink. We got 4 going. We're not even messing around right now. We got Becky and Holly on there.
Hi.
Becky's in New Jersey.
Power hour. Love it.
So Becky's on the Teach Better team. She's out in New Jersey. What do you got? She's got White Claw going on.
I got my White Claw. I'm supposed to be walking with my friend right now, but I said, "Oh, you'll have to wait. I got delayed."
Friends. Yeah, I'm delayed.
There you go.
That's what I do. I delay people. Holly, you're in South Carolina. You're in
South Carolina.
Where? That's right. I asked you that like 16 times. I'm horrible. I apologize. What are you drinking? Water?
I just have water. I honestly just sat down and I saw this pop up and I was like, "Oh, I didn't even have time to get myself a drink." So
I can't remember.
Holly, do what I do. When you sit at the computer, you bring the cooler.
I can't hear Dave at all.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing for you. No worries.
Who can't hear Dave?
I can't.
You can't hear Dave.
Yeah, I can hear Jeff and I can hear Becky, but I can't hear Dave.
I can hear both. I can hear everybody.
That's God's way of saying you don't need to hear me anymore. You've been with me too much.
Ray says they can hear Dave. But,
okay, it's just me.
But you can't. Okay, so he was saying what he was saying. I'll play telephone.
Go ahead, Jeff.
What he was saying, Holly, is you need to do what he does. Dave has a cooler of drinks next to him.
There you go. You're always prepared.
Yeah, it's extremely professional.
I was a Boy Scout. Be prepared.
He's always prepared. I love it. Hey, if you're on Twitter, say hello. I see a lot of people watching on Twitter. I see Ray wants to get in. She says we can hear Dave. Ray, I gave you the link. You can get in. Adam saying to Adam, don't give it away. He says maybe Jeff doesn't want Ray to be there. So we've had several occasions now.
You gave her last week's link, right?
Yeah.
She's there all alone looking around.
We've had a bunch of occasions now on, I think they've been on our daily drop-ins we were doing that, where like Dave and Holly are like, hey, we should be friends. And now we're making it happen, but Holly can't hear Dave.
I know, now I can't hear.
It's like it's not supposed to happen.
I'll just be honest, this is the only way we will be friends, is if she can't hear me talk.
It really does make it easier, Holly, I promise you. So you can't hear him at all?
No, I can't.
Yeah, so he's basically saying that this is the only way you guys can be friends, when you can't hear him.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to try and do this. Boom. Look at this.
What?
This is getting nuts in here. Okay, Holly, can you hear Ray?
Yeah, I can hear Ray.
Truth
Ray,
be told, this is the reason we set this up, because I knew that a few weeks down the road, Ray would join us, and then Jeff, you'd start working your way out. No, I'm just kidding.
So Dave was apparently setting this all up to try and get it to be him and Ray hanging out, and I'm just a.
I would love to hang out with Dave Schmittou.
What are you drinking, Ray?
Water, fuzzy water.
Hey, water's okay. This isn't like, we're just here to cocktails are all kinds of different things.
So we got my water too.
So we got five going.
I think this needs to be the new daily drop-in.
Yeah.
This might get me in trouble at 8 in the morning. I'm just saying.
By who?
So Dave and I, we have been meeting for virtual drinks around this time on pretty much a weekly basis for a couple weeks. And I reached out, I'm like, I think we should start live streaming our virtual drinks because we get into some fun conversation. He's like, I don't know if that's safe. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's safe. And then I did it, and I wasn't sure whether Ray was going to approve, but she's here now, so I guess that means she approved.
Or she's here to supervise, one or the other.
I approve because Dave's involved is really all it is. Like, we have Dave Schmittou live on camera, always a good thing.
So Megan says too much awesomeness in one place. Joe says he'd love to get in, but his kids would ruin this. I'm not sure I don't know if you can ruin this. What's already broken.
It's been done ruined.
It's been ruined for a while. I see Jen just joined us on Twitter. Say hello. Where are we at? So we got who's right now. Facebook is leading the charge with the most people viewing. We do have
That's where I saw you. That's where I saw this first.
We do have 2 on Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch, give me a comment. Let me know because I'm not sure who else is on there watching.
I was watching on Twitter because I get notifications when the team goes live. I was like, "Who's live right now?" And then I'm like, "Oh."
So I was telling Dave my thought process didn't make any sense. So the last 2 times we've done this live with all multiple things, I've streamed to my Twitter, not the team's.
Yeah.
And my thought process was, well, because we're like, having cocktails, it's not professional. I'm like, but I'm streaming to the team's Facebook page, the YouTube channel, and Twitch. So, and I guess I play a little bit of a role in the team. So I guess if this isn't professional enough, then I'm not professional enough for everyone. So.
Kind of how I feel too.
It is summer. Today was my last day of school, so I guess it's okay.
It's summertime.
So enjoy that water, Ray.
I know.
So, all right. So, anyway, Holly, where are you at in your school year? Are you finished up?
We are wrapping things up now. So yesterday was the last day for kids to turn in work, and our grades are due tomorrow. So
gotcha.
That's where we are. And then our official last day is June 4th.
June 4th. Okay. So not too far out. Becky, where are you at? Where's
she has a long time.
That's why I'm having my White Claw. We still have 3 more weeks after this week. Our official last day is Monday, June 22nd.
Wow.
June 20th.
Wow.
Wow. That's like, yeah.
Well, that's actually the better date because we were supposed to have an election, or primary election day coming up in the beginning of June that we would have had off for. And then, if we had had any snow days, that would have been tacked on. So literally like our original last day was like the end of that week. So it was like the 25th or 26th. So they took away at least a couple of days, but our governor is making us stick to the 180 days. Some of the governors I know let schools go to 160, but unfortunately not. So,
well, Todd is reminding us the summer starts on June 21st. So you're right there. So that's good. You're just waiting for summer.
That is true.
Eric, guys, which by the way, thanks for jumping in. Todd, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Denise, Eric, always good to see you. He says, Eric, guys, they go to June 18th.
That's
Nikki, nice to see you. They're going strong. They're going to last day for students is 16. Teachers go to 18 too. So my kids here in Ohio and Stowe, we're finishing up on the 1st. So that's like everything's done at the end of this week. So I think the what would have been the last day was actually gonna be like the 4th, but now it's a couple days earlier. I don't know. So
my kids go till June 12th, but I'll be completely honest and transparent. I feel like summer has already started for me. Daily drop-ins are done now. So I'm like, what's the purpose of waking up anymore? Why do I need to keep going with life? Just It
Why are
doesn't
we
make sense
even here anymore?
Right. It was that was a symbolic gesture that we just need to mail it in.
I feel like I feel bad that Holly can't hear you.
I see his arms
let me
moving.
translate again. So it's almost as if Dave's already had so much to drink that we can't understand him, and I have to translate to you what he's saying. So he was saying that since our daily drop-ins aren't happening anymore, we should have just called it a day and summer started. Like that's just
yeah, that was the official start of summer.
That was it. Monica, nice to see you. Chattanooga, they're already done. So happy summer vacation to you, Monica. Are you going on vacation anywhere? Are you going to wait until everything kind of rolls out? They're kind of opening things, so it's kind of this weird, like.
I think everybody's going to Tennessee. Everybody's going to Tennessee.
Everyone's going to Tennessee?
What it looks like. Online, everybody's heading to Tennessee.
Can we just all, just give Adam, a virtual fist bump? Because this dude's, constantly doing awesome things for students. Today, he went and visited all of his students to give them gifts. First time he's seen them since March 12th. And then he does, the game nights and all this stuff. Marna said Florida is done this week. Florida was done the second Dave arrived, so it's been done for a few weeks now. I'm sorry.
I'm just impressed Dave's alive after his big run. I
was going to ask you, how are you feeling?
Dave, I followed you for a few days after being like, okay, is he still breathing? Is he posting? I just want to make sure.
Before we go here, okay. I want to preface this because I wanted to talk about this, but last week we got talking about running and we ended up doing our entire thing was all about running. So I don't want to go too much, but I do want to note that after Dave did this, he texted me and said, if I ever try to do something like that again, you tell me to stop. And I immediately thought of recently, I can't share it yet, but I came to Ray with a dumb idea that I literally led with Ray, talk me out of this idea. Here's my really stupid, crazy, unrealistic idea and my 6 sort of okay reasons for it. And she replies, 100% yes, when? And I'm like, that's not what you were supposed to do. So, Dave, just so you know, when you're like, all right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to double everyone's mile, I'm going to be like 100% yes, when?
No way.
I just want to clarify for the world that Jeff's idea that he's talking about that we're not releasing yet with the team is 12 times more stupid than Dave's idea to run.
Dave actually knows the idea. I already discussed it with him. But,
and I agree.
So to recap, if everybody doesn't know what we're talking about, Dave was like, hey, I'm Superman, and was like, he was supposed to run a 26.2, a marathon on his own on Memorial Day. And it was on Friday when you put it out and you're like, you're going to match whoever else will commit to it.
Yeah.
And they committed to 33 miles, and you freaking did it.
And that's when you start to learn who your friends are, because friends do talk you down from the ledge. Friends will look you in the eye and say, you're being an idiot. There were 33 people out there that tried their best to just blow smoke my way and almost killed me in the process. And there are some people that get their moms involved, Ray, and just to make me go a little farther.
To clarify, Dave, I went the farthest that I have ever gone on a walk ever. Because my mom and I went out. We did 5 miles in your honor. We talked about you.
Yeah, see, that's your dog telling us that you're lying. Now, I want to note that I was a good friend because I didn't give you any miles.
I appreciate
I waited until you were done, and then I dedicated my next day's miles to you.
Thank you. That was awesome. But yeah, I'm actually doing okay. That night, Monday night, I was a hot mess, hot mess. Yesterday morning, I thought life was over. But today, I was actually debating going for a short little jog. I decided not to. Decided to have a drink instead. But tomorrow, I'm going to go out and probably see what I can
get
do.
a little shakeout running.
That's
Holly,
what's your idea? I'm just curious, what's your idea of a short little jog?
I'll probably go 3 to 5 miles or so.
Okay.
After 33.
That's my idea of I've just run a marathon.
That's
okay.
I
did 5 miles.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's legit. That's legit.
Holly,
I guarantee it's going to hurt tomorrow too.
I want to get Holly caught up. So Holly, what Dave was saying during all that was essentially that I am his favorite Teach Better team member, and that's just in case you missed it. That's what all that was.
That's all it was. Okay.
If you so Holly out and then bring her back in, will that help with Dave?
Holly, maybe try. Holly, why don't you try to bounce out and just go back to that link again? I'm gonna so just get yourself out, come back in. Let's see.
I think she can hear me just fine, and she's just using it as
Dave
her
thinks you're just ignoring it. She's laughing at you. She does
she does hear me.
No, I can't hear him.
She's reading lips.
Trying to figure everything out.
All right, jump out and jump back in. We'll see it. So, Becky, I know. Speaking of that, like, I know I didn't want to take this to running, but like, I know you've been like a while back, you got back into like working out and doing stuff, and you've been doing some running. So how is that? Where are you at in that process?
I've done more walking than I have running.
That's fine.
I just got new shoes. So I
Where'd
do
you
want to
get?
get back to jogging. There was a like a fundraiser in our town, and they were raising money for a group that, you know, supplies food for underprivileged families. And so they had a challenge. One of like our fitness trainers in town had a challenge, and you could either sign up for yourself or your family. So of course I signed up my family. I was like, guess what we're doing? And it was either a 10, a 20, or a 30 mile. So I told the kids they could do 10 miles, and my husband and I did 30 miles over 2 weeks.
That's so awesome.
Wow. I love that.
It was for a great cause. So that kind of inspired me to keep going now. That's why I literally am. I am going to leave because I'm going to meet a friend of mine, and there's a great walking trail down by the water, and we're going to go for a nice long walk.
Hey, don't let us keep. If you got to go, you got to go, Becky. Go be healthier. That's much better than listening to us. Let's see if Holly can hear. Are you heading out right now, Becky?
I'm going to head out right now, but thank you for inviting me.
Thanks for jumping in. Enjoy the White Claw.
I'll put my White Claw down and go for a walk. But thank you for having me. I want to do this again. This was fun.
All right, Becky. We'll see you.
Thanks. Bye-bye, guys.
Holly, can you hear Dave?
Oh,
stop it, Dave.
Can you hear me, Holly?
Wait, because I heard when I was waiting to be let in, I could hear him talking.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear him now?
Can you hear me now?
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, look at that. Now, okay, Dave, go back and say everything you've said so far.
Right. Okay.
In order.
I want a complete recap.
So can I just note the fact that there's 20 people like wasting their lives watching with us right now. We love all of you though. Thanks for that. Which, by the way, if you are watching, you're like, hey, I want to hear them talk about this nonsensical topic, like throw it in a comment, like we'll talk about it. Dave, you're doing I keep going back to running because are you doing the Great Run across Michigan right now?
I am, yeah.
I'm doing across Ohio.
Okay, how many miles is Ohio?
It's 227. I did the you could do
you can do north and south or east and west?
Yeah, I did the 227.
Okay.
So I got 70 days to do 227.
So let me talk about this real quick, if that's okay. These virtual races are going to be my demise. Okay. just listen to this part, Ray. It's about the competition, not about the running. So Michigan, it's 386.
Time out. Hold on real quick. Jackie, get in here. Go ahead.
Okay. In Michigan, it's 386 miles. So the premise is you go into this app, you record your miles and your time. There were people in here claiming that they're running like 15-second miles, like miles and like there's a guy in here that's run 150 miles and he's recorded like 10 minutes. That's just a bunch of BS. And now I almost want to just protest and throw up my arms and say I quit because you can't even respect the honor system here. Because it's not about just getting healthy. It's about winning the virtual race.
It's about winning the virtual. That's what you can't win.
No, it's not. It's not.
Actually, virtual races are actually about getting the medal.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and the T-shirt.
I liked. Yeah, so I just figured it was kind of fun. It's giving me something like my marathon that I'm doing is not this coming week, but the following weekend. And then I'm going back into now. I've already started my 70 days, so that was my thought process. I'm like, that'll get me 26.2. And I'm prepping me for. So, but what it's going to do is challenge me to make sure I don't drop off after I hit 26.2. I got to keep going. So we're going to see that. Teach Better virtual race. We've talked about this, Joe. We've talked about this a lot. So little known fact is that we were this close to doing a Teach Better 5K on Sunday morning of the Teach Better conference last year.
No.
I may have had a conversation with Chad about this year. Just saying. That
may be a thing too, but we have talked about doing the virtual. We've actually talked about, my buddy Alex brought up the idea, and it may still happen, about doing mastery, like doing hashtag mastery runs. We do a mastery chat, but it's on runs. So my buddy Alex Orris, who's here in Cuyahoga Falls, he actually organized it for a while. They did them where his staff at Cuyahoga Falls were getting PD credits. When they went out, they did walks. They didn't do jogs, but they got together and went for walks, and he had topics and they just discussed things walking. And so it was a health thing plus an educational thing. So the school totally got behind it. So we were going to talk about, he pitched that idea of taking that, like the master chat thing, where we're literally jogging, but someone who's moderating the jog is shouting out a question, and then we're all talking through it as we're jogging. So now it's like, so you have to go at conversation pace. But anyway, there's some other idea. Run better team, says Todd. Not talking, teaching. You could do it not talking teaching, which is, I don't know. We're not talking anything education right now. This is ridiculous. Which, I mean, by the way, just to be fair, though, I do put cocktails and randomness. It doesn't say anything about like.
Yeah, if you signed up for that, that's your own fault.
Joe's game as long as he gets a shirt.
Yep.
Joe, do you have swag yet?
Yes, he got a sweatshirt.
He does have swag. Joe has a sweatshirt. I think Joe got more than just. Joe, let us know what swag you got. I think he got more. I think he got more than that if I remember his order coming through. Holly, do you have swag yet?
I do not.
We gotta change that. That's nonsense.
I don't
You
have
want
anything.
a Team Ray shirt?
She needs a Team Dave shirt.
Just so what, Dave? I don't know if you caught the one live, or was it live, or maybe it was on a podcast. We were talking about a Team Jeff, Team Ray thing, and we decided that we were. I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna make a shirt that literally just says Schmittou. Period. That's it.
Yeah.
No explanation.
Yeah,
nothing.
you don't need
It's just-
anything else.
You gotta get careful because you'll get confused with Superman if you do that. So just be cautious. Sorry.
I love it.
Was that too much? Right. Maybe I need to cut myself off.
How full was that cooler beforehand?
It's been a long day, Jeff. It's hot outside.
Joe's one of those ones where we got him good. We're like, hey, you have to decide. And he's like, I can't. I'll just buy both. It's a great sales technique. It worked out really well. Ray, are you done working for the day? How was your day today?
My day's been good. We had our last day of school today, so lots of things.
Last day with your students and everything today? Like
Today was the last day completely. Grades due, no more after this.
Awesome.
So,
what
crazy.
grade did you get?
What?
What grade did you get?
I got a B. I'm always a B. Come on. No, it's awesome. Great day, great staff meetings. I actually have a student competing in a competition here in about 15 minutes. I get to go watch virtually math competition.
That's right. You said that. Yeah.
And then I know we've talked a lot about running, but Jeff, I still have my day 5 of that I need to do today of my challenge I'm in. So I need to do that before I do much other work. I did a lot of work today, though.
Jackie, check your Twitter. Come on. Get on top of it, girl. Anyway, Jeff's done for the year. Kaplan's in the house. What's up, Atlanta? So Atlanta must be done. Is that all of Georgia or just your district, I wonder? So you got a math thing tonight. So you're not done yet. And then you got to do – I thought you walked this morning. Am I missing what challenge am I thinking?
I did walk this morning, but I'm doing a 20.
Oh, you got to do your yoga. Yeah. So, you didn't do your yoga this morning. I thought you'd been doing that in the morning.
Yoga is legit.
Holly, what challenges
I will pass
are you
on
in
yoga
right now?
all day.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm not a yoga person. I am more running. I don't have any like official challenges or anything that I'm doing. I am doing those teacher fit workouts though. I signed up to get those for those ones from Nick that he's been sending out every day. So I've been doing those, but I run on my own. So, and I made the mistake early in May. My husband's birthday is the beginning of May. He's Cinco de Mayo. And I was reading Run Like a Pirate. And I'm like, for birthday presents, we don't like to give gifts and stuff. We like to give, experiences. So I was like, we'll sign up for a half marathon. There's your birthday present. I'm like, what was I thinking?
That book will do it.
But I did it.
So you did it? So you did your first half?
It's going to be in.
you signed up for
it? We signed up for it. So there's a 15K and a half marathon. One is in September and one's in November. So
awesome.
We're going to go for it.
Are they in South Carolina?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, actually, it's in. I don't know if you're familiar with the Charlotte area. Mm-hmm. There is a facility called the Whitewater Center up in North Carolina. It's just outside of Charlotte, and it's this huge facility, lots of trails and all kinds of stuff like that. So that's where one of them is going to be. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool. We're increasing our party size. What up, Jackie?
That's awesome.
True.
What's going on?
Like Publishers Clearinghouse just showed up at your front door.
That's the problem.
This is awesome.
What's going on?
Not a whole lot. I have 2 weeks left. I'm done on the 4th. So like next week, end of next week.
Wow. So let me stop that. You don't know your last day?
It all feels like one big blur.
Is it because you don't have your whiteboard and you're not doing the countdown? Like, how does that?
Yes, I'm like not in my classroom. It's
okay.
Jackie Kaplan's so pumped up that you're in here.
I love Jeff Kaplan.
I know. You Because that's a master chat connection, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we met at the conference, and I was like, "Whoa,
right.
Jeff, this is amazing."
The Jeff. Which Jeff is the Jeff? Let me ask you that. He's the Jeff. Okay.
I got to go see Kaplan in school in his room last spring. I was down in Atlanta to watch my brother graduate with his doctorate, and I realized that Jeff's only about 20 minutes north. So stole my brother's Jeep, drove up to his, and spent a little bit of time in Kaplan's room and stuff. It was awesome.
That's cool.
Room going on there. So we love Kaplan. I mean, Kaplan shows up at the conference with specialized, I don't have my mine's upstairs, like water bottles for each of us on the team, and like his wife's just amazing. She makes all kinds of stuff. So Jackie looks like Ray's twin sisters.
You know what? Jackie and I have been connected for so stinking long. We might as well be related.
Yeah. Didn't you mean like you were a professor and she was a young student because you're so much older?
I presented at a conference at the school that she went to in college. I think we connected, your sophomore year in college?
I think so. Well, and then my junior year, during my internship, I got to pop into your classroom and see it all in full in all of its glory. And I was like, can I just take a classroom and put it in mine? It was awesome.
That's actually what I did. I was like, can I just take Ray and put her on the team? And yeah. Okay. So Ray, was that T21 Con like when we were there, when we came? Was it that same year? Because that'd been crazy.
Yeah, or the year before. Yeah, it was at ISU. Yeah,
I have a video. I gotta go find it. It's been a while. We used it for a little bit, and we haven't used it forever. I have a video. We're filming Ray talk, and I just happened to zoom in on this young student. She's sitting on the ground, and she literally looks across to her friend and goes, because she's freaking out about it. And I'm like, oh, that was awesome. I gotta find that clip. I used it a lot.
And you're gonna look at it, it's gonna be Jackie.
Actually, we found out who it was because I shared it online, and she commented, "Oh, I'm the girl, with the mind blowing in there or whatever." So
so awesome.
She did see it, but yeah, that was fun stuff. Anyway. So what were we talking about? What are we talking about now? Jackie, what do you want to talk about? There's literally no rules, no structure, or anything to this. Although I don't see you drinking anything.
I have my water.
Yes, we've all got our water here.
Good enough. We're going to have some filtering questions before people are qualified to accept.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're making Jeff and I look like lushes. Well, I don't know if that's what's doing it, but.
Yeah. Jackie, what do you want to talk about?
I don't have any topics. I don't run, so
we're done with that topic anyway.
Okay. Okay, good.
What do you do?
What do I do?
Be awesome.
I've been doing that beach body program.
Excellent. Those are fun.
Do you do Sean T? Do you go old school?
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, I started on Insanity, and I was like, yeah, that was a bad choice. So I chose one of the other programs to do. But yeah, I'm sore the next day. So 30 minutes and I'm done. I'm like, all right, good.
Jackie, do this yoga challenge with me. Then I'll have somebody that I can track my days with.
What's the yoga challenge?
It's killing me. I'm on day 5. I'll email it to you.
Okay, sweet. I'm
21 days.
21 days of yoga?
Yeah, good luck.
Wow. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. So all right. So you're doing beach body. Do you do that is that an everyday? Or you just kind of jumping in and doing it?
I just kind of jump in because you need weights, and I don't have a set of weights, so I can only do the cardio ones. So.
My brother showed me the other day, and so this is funny because my brother can absolutely afford to buy weights if he wanted to buy whatever he wanted to buy, but he has an old weight bar, an old bench bar, and he has on it as his weights. He's got 2 of the the big pump things of laundry detergent, and then 2 milk jugs that he's filled with water, and then he has some other things. I'm like, what are you doing right now? That's his setup. Or we had Che on from Che and Pav of the Staff and Podcast. What was it, a couple weeks ago? And he's got a bar out there, and he's got SUV
Canadian winter tires.
That's his thing. So whatever works, Jackie. You can make it work.
You can make it work. It's true. It's true.
You could do body weight, but you're tiny, so that probably wouldn't do a whole lot, huh?
Yeah. Well, I have to do burpees and stuff, and I'm it's not going well.
Burpees. I love burpees.
Burpees are hard.
They just call them up downs. That's what they used to be. But
Oh, that's way better. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's fun. So we're all gonna do beach next week. We're gonna broadcast the Beachbody. We're all gonna do it on camera. So you have to step back from it. Yeah, it'd be great. Anyway, so we have 16 people that are still watching. We got a bunch of people that chime in there. It just doesn't make any sense. So we're at 6:24. So we have at least another 2 hours before we have to jump off. So this is great. No, and honestly, this was literally this is how this came about. Is just Dave and I would like have conversations, and we talked about it. We're like, can we clean it up enough to go live? And I think we've done that.
And this is as far as it's come.
Yeah, which isn't very far, honestly. The furthest it's come is that there's a few more people on screen somehow. Okay. So Ray's trying to figure out why I'm doing this and not working more.
That is true, guys. So I have a list that I gave Jeff about 4 hours ago. I wanted him
Can I share with my most recent task?
So now we know who the boss is. Thank you for clarifying.
I get a task just a little bit before we go on here, and the task is literally, Jeff, I don't know how to do merch, so you do it. And I'm because she had an idea for something and she couldn't figure out.
I gave you the graphics I wanted on.
I know. I just enjoyed the task. That's all. I just enjoyed the task title of I don't know how to do this, so you do it. Because that's how our team works.
That
it's like, you have like it's like, if you're doing like a path, it's like, do I know how to do this? Yes. Okay, do it. No, just have Jeff do it. Like that's how it works.
It's funny, isn't it? When you don't want to do something, then it goes to Ray. So.
Unless Michelle can do it, then it goes to Michelle. If Michelle can do it, it always goes to Michelle. But yeah, a lot of times it's got to go to Ray. Anyway, so Jackie, you're finished. What year are you in, Jackie?
This is my second year.
Okay, I knew it was early.
And it's my first year in the grid method because, like, my first year teaching, I was just like, I'm going to get through the curriculum.
Yep.
Get my feelers out there, understand what the heck I'm teaching. And then over the summer, I took everything and started to put stuff into grids with Ray's help. So
I got to ask, what prompted that? Was it because you saw Ray at that conference and you just knew you wanted to go there?
Well, I got to see her classroom in action with the grid method when I was doing my little internships at ISU. And so when I saw her classroom in action, I was like, this is what I want. Like even her teach further model, like I beat myself over the head that I'm not there yet, but it's like, it's gonna happen when it happens. And cause I love everything about the grid method, the teach further. That's why I picked middle school was because like, it's all about the connecting the real world to the kids. And I love it. I love it. So yeah.
So were you already there? Like I'm going to do grid method. Were you already doing it before the conference? You already started.
That was this.
You started it. Yeah, you started. Right, did you start right off this year in the grid method?
I did. Yep, I did the whole intro grid and everything, and got the kids rolling in it. So
did you feel you were in a good? Were you going to? Did you feel? I'm trying to like gauge your anxiety and your stress moving to virtual. Did you feel like the grid method put you in a better spot for that, or?
I had like less stress than normal. Like I felt bad for a lot of the teachers that I was in communication with because their stress levels were high, and I'm over here going like, I don't have to worry about much. Like it was such an easy transition for me and the kids. It was amazing. And I had like less emails on like, where's this, where's that? Like, it was like, we're taking everything that we're doing in the classroom and we're doing it at home. And I told them that like the day before we got out, I was like, you guys, we're going to be doing everything that we're doing in here, just at home. And I just won't be in front of you. And so hopefully it'll be a smooth transition, and it was. And so, yeah, I couldn't be more thankful about the grid, and any chance I get to talk about it, I'm like, people need to like make sure they block off 2 hours on their calendar because I just love it. I love it so much. So,
Joe Gonzalez says he does 12-ounce. He does 12-ounce curls for his Beachbody.
Yes. So,
Chaplain, I think you are right, Jackie. You had some pushback from your school, if you remember correctly, which I think is why you two connected so much.
Yeah.
Jeff had some pushback for a while too. And really pushed through that amazingly, and now they have him doing PD and stuff. So like, how has that? Did that adjust? Like, did that go away? Were you feeling better about that? Not to put this out right now on top of, you don't have to talk about it just in case.
No, and I think just being a new teacher too, it's, I can look sketchy, like I'm the newbie, and like I have this new idea. I have this new idea that nobody's heard of, and like the grid method is not like a typical term like we hear, like playlist, right? Or like, I don't know, like all the other terms that we hear. And so the grid method, it was like, well, wait a minute, what's that? And so there was a little bit of like weariness about it, but I got it rolling, and there was some pushback on the tracking page with like tracking the students and why is that live, and should students be, seeing where other students are at. And so there was pushback on that, but I'm just hoping to like keep pushing it out and see if other teachers are interested. So, because I just think it's amazing.
If I'm hearing it right, we still have a lot of work to do because apparently no one's ever heard of the grid method. So
what I heard was that's her advantage. So maintain your stealth performance. Now, can I ask, Holly, are you kind of in the same place? Because you're everywhere that I am right now with the Teach Better. Like you're just soaking it all up right now.
Well, how long have you been teaching and all that? Like we don't know any of that stuff.
Well, see, so I was given this book back in January. So
who gave you that?
It's our we have a transformational coach at our school,
which is
and so basically we're considered, this is
I need a name first. Who's the name?
Oh, her name Darlene Del Vecchio.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
And she had come into my classroom, and she saw, I was having a lot of trouble this year with just, I knew what I wanted to be able to do, but I just couldn't make it happen. I didn't have that framework. And she had come into my classroom, and she saw what was going on, and she knew what my vision was. And she was like, I want you to read this book, and I want you to go and follow these guys on Facebook and let me know what you think. And I read the book, and I went and I sat down and I did that free grid method training that you guys have. And I was like, okay, I'm sold. And here, the sad thing is that I did one grid, and then we went to virtual. But it worked out really well though, because my kids really liked the way that I changed the classroom setup. They fell in love with the grid. So when we did go to virtual and I had everything all set up for the next few things, it was an easy transition. And I'm in the same boat as you. I was saying, the other science teachers were like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I was like, oh, because this is good for me. So it's worked out really well.
How long have you been teaching, Holly?
Well, this is my 4th year in middle school. I have one of those kind of twisty roads that I got to get to the world of education. But yeah, so this is my 4th year teaching in middle school. What's that?
I have no idea. I was joking saying I don't know what that's like. I got to kind of trying to get that education too.
Yeah.
Where were you before?
Well, I had my degree is in chemistry. And so I had worked in industry for a couple of years, and then I took that long hiatus to have kids and stay at home. And then by the time my youngest went to preschool, I was like, so now I get to decide what I want to be when I grow up, because I knew I didn't want to go back into industry. And so I went back to school, and I actually got an environmental studies degree. But I noticed that every class, every research project that I came up with, an idea, it was all related to education. So then I said, you know what, I think that this is what I need to do. So we have one of those in South Carolina. They have a program called PACE. And I don't know if it's in lots of different states, but it's an alternative certification route. And so I did that, and here I am.
Awesome. Well, that's good to hear. I love hearing those stories. That's so cool, so powerful.
That's cool. Dave, do you teach? What do you do?
Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of anything. I run and I drink.
You run.
So real quick, show of hands. Adam Cutter says, he said, I'm excited to start the grid method. Hopefully Chad will be able to win over my principal. Show of hands, who thinks Chad can win over the principal?
Oh.
We got you, Adam. I have yet to put him in a room where he doesn't win over the principal. So
it's true. Hey guys, I gotta head out because I'm gonna go watch my student compete in a virtual math fair. But so good catching up with all of you, seeing you guys. Thanks for letting me crash the party.
Absolutely. I think the party is just about done anyway. If Ray's out, we may as well. Bye, Ray. I guess we'll stop.
In a bit. Right, don't worry. So I love that you were given a book. That's cool. I got a few copies too.
Yeah.
Can't get rid of them. No, Jackie has. Oh, hey, look. All right, we got another one. We got rid of Ray. We're gonna bring in Kristen now. Where's she at? Did we get her in here? Well, she's a swirling. There she is.
Kristen.
Does everybody know everybody? Kristen, do you know Holly?
I just wanted to join the fun.
Do you know Holly and Jackie or no?
What's Jeff doing?
Can you hear me?
We've been asking that for about 45 minutes. What is Jeff doing?
What is he doing?
Are we playing charades?
No, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear anybody?
Yeah, can you hear anyone's voice?
I can hear Dave, and I can.
This is cool. Deja vu.
So
there's always got to be one person.
Have her go out and come back in because I think it's doing
Kristen,
the same thing.
We're having some issues here, so feel free to go out and then come back in, and that seems to clear things up.
Jackie's like the only one who can come in here.
The issue. Okay.
Jackie's the only one who hasn't had any issues.
No issues.
What? I couldn't hear you. Say that again.
Oh man. Anyway, so we'll get Kristen and we'll say hi to her, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up.
Yeah, I got to get going to another happy hour here with. Yeah,
when are you on with them?
At in 10 minutes.
Kristen, can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Jeff?
Kristen, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, just count your blessings. Just listen to me, listen to Holly, listen to Jackie, tune out Jeff. It's what we all do. It's all
you're
good.
In charge. Go ahead.
So why'd you pop in here, Kristen? Just wanted to say hey?
Because I invited her,
I
but she can't hear me.
I told Jeff I missed my invite, so he sent me one.
Oh no, he sent that a long time ago. I think it just got lost in your spam folder or something.
Because she put it in the spam. I get it.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Just gets kicked out.
No, but what he was asking beforehand is, do you know everybody that's here? Do you know Holly? Do you know Jackie?
I do not.
All right. Well, Holly and Jackie, this is Kristen. Kristen,
Hi, Kristen.
This is Holly. This is Jackie.
Dave,
Here we go.
Kristen?
I do. I know Kristen very well. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We connect with Kristen. I don't know, forever ago, and then I met her.
I feel bad for Jeff.
In person at Summer Spark last summer. So I don't know. It's
So
not.
what you talking about? I had to take a break. We had to put the pool cover on.
We're not talking about much of anything, honestly. We were actually just wrapping up. So we've been talking nonsense for 47 minutes and 15 seconds. You have to have a drink to join us. Do you have a drink of some sort, even if it's water?
Hold on, I have it.
Okay.
It's probably tequila. I can say whatever I want about Kristen right now.
She'll never know.
Oh, okay. Is it water or is it something?
No,
fun?
it's ice. Well, it's iced tea right now. I haven't gone downstairs for the fun stuff yet.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
I have iced tea as well.
He has iced tea as well, he said. Me too. Iced tea. My iced tea comes in a bottle.
It's like Jeff is like a ventriloquist here. Like you're speaking for him.
No, that's just life. That's what I do as I speak for Jeff Gargis.
Nice.
So now that Ray is off, I want to do something because a few people have commented about like Teach Better swag, and I've seen I'm not even joking. I've seen 6 orders come through while we're on here, which is always fun to watch. But because we still have people that have hung on for 48 minutes and now seconds for this nonsense, if you are still watching and you're interested in any Teach Better swag, teachbetterswag.com.
I feel like I'm watching one of those conferences.
Stop it. I'm going to, as soon as we get off of this, Dave, I'm going to set up a coupon code on Teach Better Swag, and it's going to be cocktails.
Cocktails, okay.
Cocktails. 25% off your entire order. So if anybody wants to watch and since you come with us and this nonsense, you should get something, right?
So if you could hear that, awesome. If you couldn't hear that, you don't get the deal. He basically said he's giving away everything for free for people that can hear him. No. There's going to be a discount on swag. Okay. Discount on swag. The password is cocktails, but give him a chance to log off and go put that into the system however he has to do that. I don't know.
Adam says
he's waiting for a polo.
Polo. Joe says you're still live. No, we're not. Joe.
No, we're not.
Your imagination.
The internet has not shut us down yet. I'm so sorry.
We really should go. I need to go and
But if anybody wants to go grab another cocktail, come follow me. I'm joining somebody else in just a few minutes.
Where are you going to be, Dave?
I honestly don't know. I know it's with Melody McAllister from the EduMatch crew, but I don't know where we're going to be. I'll make sure I share it. It'll be on my Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff, I guess. So,
Dave, do me a favor. Tell Kristen that I really appreciate her jumping on. And I wish
Kristen, Jeff said he appreciates you more than you know. So thank you for being here, even though you can't hear him. Trust me, you win.
All right, so
I told Jeff you made my day this morning.
Yeah, this was fun. Thanks for jumping in, Holly. You hung out.
Yeah, thank you. This was great.
Jackie, thanks for
thank you so much.
See, you get yourself stuck. What we do is we put people on camera so they can't bow out, and they're stuck being here because everybody notices. You know, well played.
That's exactly what we do. So you got to be real careful when you do that.
I was just jumping on to say hi to you guys. Hi, Jeff. Thanks for giving me the invite.
I appreciate you, Kristen. Appreciate you, Holly. Appreciate you, Jackie. Dave.
Yeah, thanks.
You as well, man. I do want to state again that your webinar was fantastic today, so that's super cool. So if you're not already connected, if you're watching, and you're not connected with Dave yet, you need to be. You should connect with Jackie and Holly as well. But definitely with Dave, he's got some really cool stuff going on. So we're gonna keep doing it as long as we continue to have people that watch this for 50 minutes. Like we're gonna keep doing these.
I'm happy to jump in. This is fun.
I've got to buy some more stuff. Actually, so before we go, I did something really cool today. I've been subscribed to. If anybody knows, I'm a huge fan of Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, and he does for his dad's. His dad's got a liquor store and wine store and stuff too. He has this thing called winetext.com, and I signed up for it forever ago because it's free or whatever. But like you get a daily text from this, and it's like describes the wine. And it tells you the price and per bottle, and you get like free shipping if you get like 6, or it gives you discounts, whatever. You literally text back a number, and they send you wine.
Wow!
So I literally bought wine today by texting back a single number.
God,
and I only did
America.
One. So like, it was just a really neat thing. I'm like, so maybe next time when we do this next week, I'm gonna have that wine and we're gonna talk about it. So.
If anybody wants to Venmo me a certain number, I'll send them a blue moon. Feel free.
So we're gonna figure out something like that. But we're gonna do. Okay. Yeah, I want to figure something out. Yeah. So we'll keep doing this. Maybe we need to find. You know what we need to do, Dave? We need to find a sponsor for this, and we'll drink that all the time. So we're gonna work on this.
Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. I know you got some sort of tequila or something. Come on, hook us up.
I don't know in what world you think The Rock is watching this or who's going to see this, but as long as we're on that, I know Ryan Reynolds has got a bourbon too. So like, hey Ryan,
Ashton Kutcher's got something, right? I don't know. Come on,
someone, if you can, if you're on Twitter, tag Dwayne The Rock Johnson, tag Ryan Reynolds, and who else did you say?
Ashton Kutcher.
And Ashton Kutcher. We'll see if any of them even remotely decide to ignore us. They'll probably just block it all. So anyway. All right. Well, appreciate you, Holly. Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.
Jackie. Dave, I'll see you.
Sounds good, guys. Have a great one.
See y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.